Are we truly the only living beings in the immense and infinite universe? As we advance in our understanding of the cosmos, it becomes increasingly evident how little we truly know. The observable universe is astonishingly vast, with a diameter spanning millions of light years. Imagine that a distance light, traveling at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second, would take countless billions of years to traverse from one end to the other. In this seemingly infinite space, it is said there are billions of galaxies, each potentially hosting between 100 billion and a trillion stars. These numbers are so immense they almost lose meaning to us. Habitable planets. What's most exciting is that in recent years, we've discovered that planets are even more common than we once thought. Many of these planets orbit within what we call habitable zones, regions where conditions are favorable for life as we know it to arise and thrive. Considering that each of those stars in the galaxies could have planetary systems, and that within those systems there's a small but significant chance of habitable planets, the number of potential Earth-like worlds in the universe becomes almost unimaginable. Trillions upon trillions, millions of planets could be floating in space, offering the perfect environment for life. With all these odds in our favor, shouldn't there be a multitude of intelligent civilizations out there exploring the stars? And yet, here we are, gazing at the night sky, and everything seems eerily quiet. The Fermi Paradox. If the universe is teeming with habitable planets, where are all the signs of life? Why don't we see spaceships streaking across the sky or receive messages from distant civilizations? This question brings us to what is known as the Fermi Paradox. In simple terms, the paradox poses that given the vastness of the universe and the high probability of life existing on other planets, we should have seen some evidence of advanced extraterrestrial life. But so far, we have found nothing. How is it possible that in such a vast and ancient universe, we are alone, or appear to be alone? Possible explanations. One possible answer could lie in the sheer distances involved. Even if alien civilizations exist in other galaxies, it's likely we'll never know of their existence. According to the laws of physics as we understand them today, the speed of light is the fastest anything can travel. Due to the universe's accelerated expansion, many galaxies are moving away from us at speeds that even light cannot reach. This means that any civilization in a distant galaxy is effectively beyond our reach, no matter how advanced they may be. Even if we developed intergalactic travel, there could be insurmountable physical barriers preventing us from discovering extraterrestrial life. Therefore, rather than focusing on the entire universe, it makes more sense to center our search on our own cosmic neighborhood, the Milky Way. Our galaxy contains approximately 400 billion stars, many of them similar to our Sun. It's estimated that around 20% of those stars have planets in their habitable zones. Even applying a minuscule probability that life could develop on those planets, we could still be talking about millions of worlds with some form of life in our own galaxy. Civilizations and time. The Milky Way is around 13 billion years old, meaning there has been more than enough time for civilizations to flourish, evolve, and in some cases perhaps disappear. Earth, by comparison, is relatively young at just about 4 billion years. If there have been advanced civilizations in the Milky Way that existed billions of years before us, shouldn't they have developed technologies advanced enough to make their presence known? This brings us back to the Fermi Paradox. If an alien civilization reached an advanced level, they likely would have colonized parts of the galaxy. The Kardashev scale. According to the Kardashev scale, a Type 1 civilization would be capable of harnessing all the energy available on its planet. We currently rank at about 0.73, meaning we have not yet reached this level, but we might achieve it in the next few hundred or thousand years. A Type 2 civilization would be able to harness all the energy of its star, potentially through hypothetical structures like a Dyson sphere, a megastructure that would surround a star to capture its energy. Finally, a Type 3 civilization would control the energy of an entire galaxy, making them, from our perspective, practically omnipotent. The Great Filter. Why then haven't we seen evidence of such advanced civilizations? Perhaps there is a great barrier or great filter that civilizations must overcome to survive and thrive. This concept suggests that at some point in a civilization's development, they face challenges that are extremely difficult to surpass. Perhaps life itself is extraordinarily rare and only a small number of planets have developed complex organisms. Or perhaps catastrophic events, global wars, natural disasters, or dangerous technologies inevitably destroy civilizations before they can expand into the cosmos. This theory raises an unsettling possibility. Maybe we have already passed the greatest obstacles, making us one of the few civilizations to survive. Or worse, perhaps the great filter lies ahead of us, meaning our civilization could be destined to vanish before reaching intergalactic expansion. Dark forest theory. Another possibility is that Type 3 civilizations have already colonized the galaxy but choose not to be detected. They could be operating under a policy of non-interference, similar to the Prime Directive from Star Trek, which prohibits interfering with less advanced civilizations. This idea also relates to the dark forest theory, which suggests that the universe is like a dark forest where all intelligent civilizations avoid revealing their presence for fear of being annihilated by a hostile one. Are we truly alone? We must also consider a more terrifying idea. Perhaps we are truly alone. Despite all the odds, maybe Earth is the only place in the universe where life has arisen. So far, we have received no clear signal from other civilizations. No one has answered our calls. The universe, from our perspective, appears vast, cold, and silent. If this is the case, life on Earth could be unique, a phenomenon so rare and precious that if we lost it, the entire cosmos would be devoid of life. This places an immense responsibility on us to protect and preserve life on our planet, and perhaps, one day, venture beyond our home to spread the spark of life to other corners of the universe. If we are truly alone, then we have a duty to ensure life does not vanish into the eternal darkness of the cosmos. The universe is far too vast not to be experienced by someone. Perhaps one day, it will be us who explore it in its entirety, ensuring life continues until the universe's last breath. As we reach the end of this exploration of life in the universe, it's important to reflect on what all this means for us as a species. The vastness of the cosmos is overwhelming, filled with stars, planets, and possibilities we can barely comprehend. Science has allowed us to glimpse the enormity of what's out there, but it has also left us with more questions than answers. Are we truly alone? Or do advanced civilizations exist in corners of the universe we have yet to detect? The Fermi Paradox reminds us that despite all the odds, the cosmic silence persists. This silence can be unsettling, even intimidating, but it is also an invitation to keep exploring, to not give up in our quest for answers. If there's one thing we can take from this discussion, it's that the universe is an enigmatic place, full of mysteries yet to be unraveled. And perhaps that's a good thing. The possibility of not having all the answers keeps our curiosity alive and pushes us forward as a civilization. If we are alone, that would be reason enough to value and protect life on Earth. It would be an immense burden, but also an honor, because it would mean we have the responsibility to carry the legacy of life as far as possible, toward the stars and beyond. On the other hand, if we ever find signs of intelligent life somewhere in the cosmos, it would be one of the most momentous discoveries in human history. It would mean we are not alone, and that would change everything we know about ourselves and our place in the universe. For now, all we can do is keep exploring, keep observing, and keep expanding our horizons. Whether we are alone or part of a vast network of civilizations, what is clear is that our mission as a species is to keep moving forward, in both our understanding of the universe and our ability to preserve ourselves.